Hey guys, my name is Spencer Coffman. Thank you for tuning into the Deception Tips videos. They're all about teaching you how to read people and detect deception so that you will know if someone is lying to you. Today we are going to talk about a cool thing. It's a verbal sign of deception that is something that happens all the time. It is probably one of the most prevalent signs out there, and it happens all the time, but you may not notice it happens. So this is one called contractions. It's something that we speak with in everyday language. We love to use them, and when we don't use them, it could be a sign of deception. So here it is, deception tip number 5. Guilty people often avoid using contractions as if to emphasize their innocence. Example, using did not instead of didn't. I did not do it. I didn't do it. You see, there is a stark and profound difference. I did not do it. I didn't do it. Which one sounds more authoritative and has more emphasis behind it? It's obviously the I did not do it, because I'm stressing those extra syllables. I'm saying did not do it. That is something that we don't normally speak with. In normal conversation, humans are very, you can call it lazy or you can call it efficient, whichever you choose. Humans are one or the other. It's both, really. We like to speak as quickly as possible. We like to get our point across, most of us anyway, like to get our point across as quickly as possible with the least amount of effort possible. So if I am going to use language and talk, I'm going to use contractions. You notice right there I said I'm gonna. Well, gonna is not really a word in the English language. It's kind of slang. Instead, you would say going to. But that's not efficient. I slur them together to make it more efficient, just like I say I didn't do that, or I'm not going to do that, or I'm, or you're. We put words together to speed up the process and make it a little quicker. Therefore, when someone doesn't do that, it sounds a little abnormal. And now that you know of this, now that I'm pointing this out, you're going to start to notice it a lot. You're going to hear people say, I am going to the store today, or I did not do that, or I will not do that, instead of won't, or didn't, or I'm. Things like that. You're going to start to notice that. They're going to stand out like red flags in your mind, and you will wonder whether or not that person is really telling the truth. And the reason that this happens is because the conscious wants to get that lie out as quick as possible. So you would think that if the conscious wants that lie to come out really quickly, it would use contractions, because then that would be less words it would have to say, it would come out a lot faster, be more efficient, which is the case. However, the unconscious wants that liar to be caught. They want the truth to come out. I speak of it like it's two separate things, but really it's the same. It's two entities within your brain, conscious and unconscious. They're always fighting. So the unconscious is the one that separates that contraction to make it more noticeable so that the liar can be caught in that lie. By saying, I did not do it, that is separating a contraction. It's putting more emphasis on that, so that in a way it kind of satisfies the conscious as well, because now the conscious says, boy, I really put some emphasis on that lie. I really convinced them. And the unconscious says, good, I got it. I split apart a contraction, which is normal, and I made it sound abnormal. So pay attention to the use of contractions in everyday language, and always keep in mind that people could break apart contractions for any reason. Maybe, for example, in writing, kids who have to write a 500-word essay, they're going to separate every single contraction because they don't want to hit, they want to get to 500 words as fast as possible. And by saying I am and did not, that's 2 words instead of 1. So if you're reading it, that's a whole different story. And in addition, when people talk, they may split apart contractions as a form of habit. Maybe it's part of their grammar. Maybe they really think that they're high society and want to portray that they're really well educated, and so they split apart everything and try to talk proper. But there are a variety of different reasons that it could happen. If you pay attention to it and you're aware of it when it happens, then you can look for additional signs, because there will always be more than one sign. You'll start to see patterns and clusters of behavior, and then you can be certain that someone is lying to you. So if this is your first time watching this channel, I would love to have you subscribe to it on YouTube. In addition, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them there as well. Also, if you'd like more information on any of this, we have books, podcasts, blog posts, all available on SpencerCoffman.com that are all dedicated to teaching you exactly what everybody is saying. Until next time.